I am the mother of Arthur, Nikki, Nicole Myers. My name is Bobby J. Thompson, and I reside in Mullins, South Carolina, a little small town. But anyway, what was your question again?
I told you to introduce yourself. Most of my life, I've known her as my mother, but this conversation showed me her heart, her wisdom, her joy, and the woman behind everything she carried.
Breaking the silence, taking the dive in. Nikki pulling strings like she playing the violin. Made in his likeness, radiant vibrance. Give them all glory, ain't no way to deny it. She gon' make you laugh, she gon' stimulate your mind. Making things shake, she ain't into wasting time. They can come close but can't imitate the grind. Got a different way to illustrate and innovate designs. BTS podcast, gotta watch that. Teaching us the game, that mean Nikki got class. If you watch it once, you gon' wanna stop back. This an opportunity that you cannot pass. Unleash your inner voice, cause better days coming. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Break the Silence. And today, I'm sitting down with my mother for an episode about motherhood. So, I hope that y'all out taking your mom out some way, spending some money, running up the bag for her, because y'all know they think they spoiled on Mother's Day, right? All right, so, Mom, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, first of all, hello everybody. I am the mother of Arthur, Nikki, Nicole Myers. My name is Bobby J. Thompson, and I reside in Mullins, South Carolina, a little small town. But anyway, what was your question again?
I told you to introduce yourself. Okay, so who were you before you became a mother?
Good question. I was just a little country girl, just getting out of high school, good, working, trying to enjoy my life, thinking about furthering my education. And all of a sudden, I pops up with the baby. And that kind of changed my outlook on things. I thought about many things. Here I am expecting a baby. Really don't know what to expect, no more than what I heard the old folk talk about. But it was a great experience. Now, I wish, as I look back over my life, and as I got into, I always went to Sunday school, but as I got into Bible study, and the more I get into reading God's Word, it really comes to me that if I had known the things that I know now, when I was a younger woman, my life would have been on a different pattern. Now, as of today, I wouldn't trade it because I love my daughter.
So what did becoming a mother healing you, and what did it challenge you?
Motherhood is very challenging because you being a young mother, a first-time mother, which Nikki is not the first child, Nikki is my second child. But being a first-time mother, you really learn as you go. And I'm so thankful that I had help. I had my mom and my sister to help me out. And I never had to worry about, what I was going to do or what the next step was, because they were always there for support. And during my entire childhood, I had great support. So motherhood, it was, like I said, very challenging, but at the same time, it went smoothly for me versus some other young ladies that did experience motherhood during that time.
And see, motherhood, there used to be the village. We had villages back then when I was coming up, y'all. The church members, the pastor, the neighbor. So the villages to me have like disappeared over the years. So what do you think is different now versus back then when it comes to motherhood?
Well, you're right. It does take a village to raise a child, and that's a slogan that I've heard all my life. And in my day, there was a village helping to raise children because in my neighborhood, you dare not do something and thought you was going to get away with it. Because by the time you got home, your parent knew.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't very much explaining that you could do because Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so said you did that particular thing and you were going to get punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus nowadays,
Sure.
you dare not speak to a parent about the behavior of their child because you never know what to expect the answer is going to be. So it's a lot different. And we cannot chastise children now like you could in my day and my daughter's day and my son's day coming up.
Mm-mm.
It's just a lot different. And even if you try to, children are not obedient like they were back in the day. They talk back and won't accept what you have to say to them. So it's I could go on and on about that subject. It's a lot different today in today's time.
See, I had people like Deacon Henderson. We had Mr. Chad Watts, Deacon Chad Watts. We had Miss Mary Louise Gerald, Miss Great. I can go on, Miss Rutt. I can go on and on, y'all, about all the people in my church. Coach Mark Gerald, all these great, amazing. There's no villages anymore. It's just not.
No, it's not villages anymore. The thought of a village is still there, but people don't exercise that. They don't take advantage of that village. And we do still have a lot of role models, but they can't interact like they would like to with some children. Not all children, some children. And as Nikki said, in our church, we had a lot of role models in my church. And those people were they were the cornerstone of the church, and they cared about each other. They cared about family. They cared about the children that was in the church. And I'm so thankful. I'm so happy to say that children came through Mount Olive Baptist Church were well-bred children, and those children made something of their lives. All of them are not professors or teachers or doctors or lawyers, but they're doing something constructive. And I am so grateful for that. I mentioned that a few weeks ago to our superintendent, First Lady, Candace Rains, Bethea, how our children that came through Mount Olive Baptist Church has really, really done something for their lives. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, they'll get me in line right now. And I'm 46 years old, and they will come at me right now and tell me if I'm doing wrong or right. So it don't stop when you have those role models in your church and they feel like they can say something to you to get you on the right track. They still do it. I ain't gonna lie. I really appreciate you being here because you could have been scrolling past this, but you stayed. So go ahead, like it, comment, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to hear this conversation. But be real with me. What part of this episode got your attention and made you make the decision to stay? Drop it in the comments and let me know your thoughts.
Y'all, when Nikki was born, Nikki was a sweet little girl and she growing up, but she was mama's baby. But she was a mischievous little thing. She was a very mischievous little thing. But she grew up to be a fine young lady. And, you know, I'm proud of what she's doing, what she's trying to do. I've always been in the background of my children, coaching them and telling them from right from wrong, and you know, but everybody have to live their own lives in the way that they see fit. So we can't be judgmental of people. And as we get in Bible study and Sunday school every Sunday almost, I can hear the voices now from my pastor and from my assistant pastor. You need to leave people alone. Don't be judgmental of people. Let people live their own lives because God is the judge. We are not. We don't have that authority to do that. But I'm just happy to say that I have lived this long to experience some of the things that I've seen among young people. Now, I love young people. I love being around young people because it keeps me feeling young and it keeps me in the know, especially after we're into technology now. And my daughter stay on me all the time. Mama, if you don't learn it, you're going to be left behind. You ain't going to know nothing. And I believe that. I believe that. So I'm happy to say that I try to keep up with Nikki. Sometimes she leave me behind, but I try to keep up with her as far as keeping me in the know. In my household, there wasn't a choice when it came down to church. They knew on Sunday morning they had to get up, get ready, go to church. If we was out on Saturday night, going to basketball games, band competitions, whatever, because we stayed on the road all the time, going to this, that, and the other. But church was Sunday morning. You had to get up and go. There wasn't, are you going to church this morning? No. Time to get up, get ready, get your breakfast, get ready for church.
You know, she was sick. I still had to go to church. While she laid in the bed. She still made me go to church. But then my children come along and she allowed them to stay home with her. I had to go to church.
Times were a little bit different during that time, but still, they got a lot of discipline. The grandchildren, they got a lot of discipline also.
So my last question for you. If you can do it all over again, starting from scratch, with what you know now about motherhood, what would you change?
Well, I don't think there is a whole lot that I would change as far as discipline and the way you all were brought up, because I still have that strong belief. And I believe in the commandment, honor thy mother and thy father, that your days may be long upon this land that God giveth thee. So there's not very much I would change. Right now, I just don't know. There could be some things that I would change, but I wouldn't vary that much. The dress code of young people now, I don't particularly care for, in a sense. But then they're young and they've got to come to that point that they would know how to dress appropriate as a young lady and a young man. But a lot of things that I know now that I probably would think different, act different. And as far as myself, there's a lot of things I've learned since I became an adult that I would implement in my life if I had known better back in those days. But I just thank God for my life and that things are as well with me as they are.
Well, I want you to know that your words, your works are not going unnoticed. Now, we bump heads a lot, y'all, over the years. But, sometimes we have to learn that we have to listen to somebody. And we might not get it right then, but then one day, it hits you in the face like, you know what? My mama told me that. So, thank you, Mama, for introducing me to God, for instilling such morals and values, even the littlest things as far as keeping a clean house. A lot of people say, you extra. Can't help it. My mom used to have me get up, y'all, on Saturday morning. Clean baseboards and walls. I'm not playing. Baseboards, 8 o'clock in the morning. But it paid off. Mom, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done, for the sacrifices that you made, and for loving me through it all. There were things I didn't understand back then, but I understand them now, and I see you. I really do. Because of you, I am who I am today, and I don't take that lightly. So happy Mother's Day, and know that I love you with all my heart. And to everybody else that's watching, have you told your mom how much you appreciate her? Like, for real. If this touched you, just show some love. Like, share, comment, let me know you're here. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if your mom is still here, take a moment and give her a call.
The better days. In the past and the future, I be going through it every day. I'm trying to come up with some other way. Let him elevate and turn the dark days to a brighter way. You can catch me at the top of the mountain, my guy. Watch you learn, I'ma teach you to go out and fly. And believe me, now it's funny, I'm blowing their mind. I was going hard, so all they had to was some time. I got big goals, so I'ma stay in my lane. I just want the money, you can have the fame. I can't forget from where I came. Trying to shake back from all this pain. Hoping for some better days.
Better days, slowly but surely it's a better space that'll raise my mind, so I meditate till I levitate, I elevate, but I learn not to hesitate no more, keep moving forward, chase my goals and focus more towards it, hate the lows but I need those to flourish, place my growth in front, that's what's important. So I ask myself what inspires me, breaking out of my shell, feeling your shot quiet me, and now I'm breaking the silence like I'm Nikki Nicole, let's go. Promise you gon' see better days. Gotta keep going till you see them. Promise you gon' see better days. You gotta keep going till you see them.